we consider one of us? That's the question Miriam answers poorly in this week's Torah portion, Behalotcha. While Moses tries to lead an ever-complaining people, the Torah records a conversation in which Miriam complains about her brother Moses to her other brother Aaron. It says, Miriam and Aaron spoke against Moses because of the Cushite woman he had married, saying, he married a Cushite woman. Our sages understand Miriam's slur-filled complaint in different ways. For instance, the Midrash says that Moses wasn't spending enough time with his wife because of his work obligations, and that was what Miriam was complaining about. Other commentators, like the 12th century Yosef Bechor Shor, hear the complaint as being about her not being born Jewish, though tradition tells us that she did convert. But on a contextual pshat level, Cushite means Ethiopian, and Miriam's outrage at Moses is that he married a woman with dark skin. And if Miriam's disapproval is about Moses being married to an Ethiopian convert, we can imagine her opinion of what the Jewish people should look like. Her expectation that Jewish people should be born Jewish and with light skin, it's simply wrong. It was wrong 3,500 years ago when God punished Miriam, and it's wrong today. We could talk about the Mizrahi Jews from around the Middle East, or about the Jews of India, or Sephardim like my grandmother from around the Mediterranean. Or we could talk about the Jews who lived connected Jewish lives in Ethiopia for millennia, thinking that they themselves were the only Jews left in the world until they were airlifted to Israel. Or we could talk about the more than 20% of Jews in America today who are Jews of color. The bottom line is that the Jewish people are a very diverse people who do not look one way or another. In fact, it's a fitting punishment God gives Miriam then, rewarding her upset at her sister-in-law's black skin by turning Miriam's skin ghostly white with the tzara'at disease. But Miriam isn't the only one negatively affected by her lashon hara, her evil speech. The Talmud in Tractate Arachin tells us that lashon hara hurts three people: the one who spoke it, the one who hears it, as well as the one being spoken about. Moses, as the subject of the lashon hara, suffers the embarrassment of being maligned. Miriam, as the speaker, receives a direct punishment from God. But her brother Aaron is also at fault for listening to her racist comments and not stopping her. When she is stricken with tzara'at, Aaron has to ask his brother Moses to pray to God for her healing. Now remember, Aaron is the high priest. He is the Kohen Gadol. He is the only human being in the world allowed to enter the Holy of Holies in the Mishkan, to pronounce the divine name, and to save everyone from their sins on Yom Kippur. Why then can't Aaron himself pray for his sister's healing? Like Miriam's punishment fits, so does Aaron's. Just as he did not speak up to defend Moses and his wife, he finds himself unable to speak up to help Miriam. As we enter Shabbat and continue seeing our country address the disease of racial divide, let's learn from Aaron's mistake and never be accepting of othering action and speech, making sure that we speak up in the moment and not waiting. And let us learn from Miriam's mistake of thinking that Jews look a certain way so that we can appreciate the diversity of our people and have a better answer to who is one of us. Shabbat Shalom.